Welcome to a Fables a Day, in which the Archivist reviews an issue of Fables a day up till the final issue, where he will undoubtedly cry like a baby. And there is no restraint on spoilers, so if that's a problem for you, well then go read the series and then come back. On with the show. Fables number 103. Selection Day, Chapter 2 of Super Team, in which magic is bended, curses are shifted, and the team finally gets selected. We begin with, oh lordy, Snow White and Bigby waking up naked after a wild night of carnal delights in the magical grove. They get dressed fast and leave, bumping into Geppetto, who is still magically barred from entering the magic woods. But when alone, he pulls a small wooden knife from his pocket. After all, Flycatcher's magic is waning within his borders, so he sends the knight into the grove to speak on his behalf. In the Darklands, which is what we're calling New York City in the comics right now, Nurse Sprat has lost tons of weight. Actually, she looks more like Pam from Archer currently. She meets with her fencing instructor, another benefit of Mr. Dark turning her into the fairest in the land. Back in Haven, Waylon and Flycatcher are making a magical armor while Ozma tells of her selection process and who's going to be on the super team. However, she has one small problem with Beast and Bigby on the team. Though she does admit that they are the best options, they have distractions in their wives and children. So Flycatcher has to think about whether or not he can accept sending only that very small group to Mr. North Castle, or be the fair king and have them stay in Haven. Speaking of beauty, she finds a half-eaten rat in Bliss's room. Oh, have I mentioned their daughter's name yet? Yeah, it's Bliss. Either way, she finds a half-eaten rat carcass in Bliss's crib. But back at the tryouts for the super team, we get some fun things. With Beast attempting to use the superhero costume that's meant to change shape with him. He can't transform anymore. And at the Fortress of the North Wind, Mr. North finishes reading his grandchildren a bedtime story. He leaves and gets a report that Ghost is nowhere in their borders. Mr. North then flies to see if his Zephyr grandson is in the Mundy world, and to tell Bigby what he must do. And we close with Ozma kicking Pinocchio off the team and being an outright cold hard bitch before the reveal of King Ambrose's power armor. Starting from the bottom, Flycatcher now has golden Hulkbuster armor. I think it works well for the super team angle. The two biggest things to talk about in this issue, though, is that Beast no longer has the ancient curse, and paired with Beauty finally starting to realize, I think, we can officially say that it's been passed to Bliss. But that will be something for later discussion. And finally, the biggest thing I think is worthy of talking about before the next issue, Mr. North has been an interesting character, even if he's only getting a couple pages per issue to really grow. And seeing him struggling with what he must do as a Cardinal Wind versus what he feels he has to do for his family is just a hidden gem among the greater stories going on. And that's what we'll get to tomorrow. See you then.